Hello, everyone. You probably read in the news that Secretary of Defense Austin was hospitalized last Thursday, and the White House was not informed. Neither was the Deputy Secretary of Defense, Hicks, who was vacationing in Puerto Rico. So there's a lapse in the National Command Authority and the continuity that's required in case of a war. Now, keep in mind, the United States is currently involved in three major conflicts. First one is Ukraine, the second one being Gaza, and the third one is Syria, Lebanon. That's just boiling over. And then also we've got other, conflicts going on in the Red Sea, and then obviously to contain Iran. This whole discussion is not about Secretary Austin's health. I wish him well. I hope he recovers quickly. But the issue is there's protocols in place for the National Command Authority for proper notifications and transfer of authority. And they weren't followed. So there's a lapse in our National Command Authority at the time. At a minimum, the White House should have been informed. The National Security Advisor, definitely the Speaker of the House should have been informed. The Vice President should have been informed, and the Deputy Secretary should have been informed. So everybody knew their required roles and responsibilities. And probably, the Chairman of the House Armed Services Committee and also the Senate. So these are proper notification. In addition to that, you probably want to notify our nuclear allies. For example, United Kingdom probably should have been informed that there's a situation developing and the transfer of authority has happened in this case. But at the heart of the matter is, we've got the senior military leadership that doesn't follow protocols and they're not held accountable. So consequently, this culture just continues to grow of unaccountability at the senior military level. We've talked about this during several podcasts over the last few months, and a troop or a junior officer done this, they would get hammered. I mean, it would be a nightmare for them. Yet our senior military leaders, it's just they get along to go along, as I always say. So we need to go back and review the protocols of the National Command Authority, the transfer of authority when the Secretary of Defense is not available. What happens? And who's in charge? Obviously, that transfer authority goes to the Deputy Secretary, but there have to be notifications made when that happens. The combatant commanders need to be informed that the Secretary of Defense is not available for medical reasons, and so consequently, the Deputy Secretary is taking over those roles and responsibilities. This is very important because this is serious business. The security of our nation is highly sensitive. It's very serious, and we need to follow protocols. And when we don't, then people need to be held accountable. It doesn't matter if they're the Secretary of Defense or a four-star general. Accountability starts at the top and works its way down. So it's very important that we do that. The bottom line is nobody is above accountability in our military. And that's the fundamental problems. We've got the best equipment, we've got the best troops, but quite frankly, for the most part, our senior leadership in the military sucks. And the only way we're going to get better is through proper accountability across the entire military. The senior military leader fails in his duties, hold him accountable, just like you would, a junior officer or troop. So that's all I got. Stay rugged, Khan out.